Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this February 13th, 2026. I hope everybody had a great Friday out there so far, but it's a great Friday evening. Hope everybody can stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we'll be taking a look at the storm system here moving across the country. Also, take a look at the local forecast for your weekend outlook. Also, take a look at the current watch and warning advisory map. Also, the Storm Prediction Center outlook if we got some severe weather to discuss in tonight's video. And also, we're going to take a look at the CIPS analog base severe weather outlook for day 2 all the way through about day 8. And we'll show you the severe weather across with what the forecast is showing. The Storm Prediction Center will start to pick up on it. And every day forward, we should begin to see these outlooks issued for that severe weather. Because they base this information on these CIPS analog and also the Colorado State University outlooks as well. But we'll show you that in a nice video as well. Also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also, like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here we got a storm system here in the southwestern U.S. over toward New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, Oklahoma, also in the portion of Kansas, Nebraska, also over the portion of Colorado. All this activity will continue to push only to the east. Right now, the high pressure is in control of areas east of the Mississippi River, all the way over toward portions of the northeast. You can see a little clipper trying to move through New York State, also toward Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, but pretty much just a little tranquil weather pretty much elsewhere from Pennsylvania southbound, but like I said, a little bit in the northeast as well. Northern U.S. got another storm system here also out in the portions of southwestern Canada, Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, back into the coastal waters of the Pacific as well. Alright, let's move on into your forecast for your Saturday outlook. It should roll out something like this. Alright, you can see we got a big area of thunderstorms and showers stretching from Virginia to South Carolina to Georgia, the Atlantic toward the northern Gulf, also into the area of Texas, up toward Nebraska and Kansas, portion of Colorado. Got some severe weather down there, portion of Texas, Louisiana, portion of Mississippi, some flash flooding and heavy rain over portion of Texas and Arkansas, and portions of western Tennessee. Mixed precipitation up here in portion of Colorado, down into New Mexico. Got more mixed precipitation in Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, Northern California. Shower activity there as well in the coastal waters. Got some snow flying in portion of New York State up toward portion of Maine, and also in the portion of northern Vermont and New Hampshire region as well. And also some shower activity along the east coast of Florida down towards South Florida around the Miami area of Florida. Otherwise, big dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. Alright, let's move on into your Sunday outlook now, and it should roll out something like this here. And here we go. We got mixed precipitation up here in portion of Rhode Island to New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, D.C. area. Shower activity from portion of Ohio, West Virginia, back to Missouri and Oklahoma. Thunderstorms and showers from eastern Texas to the Carolinas, up toward Virginia, Atlantic coastal waters, down toward the Florida Keys, up into the Big Bend and Panhandle of Florida, toward Louisiana and the northern Gulf. Shower activity over here in California, stretching into portion of Oregon. Got mixed precipitation there as well in California to Oregon to Washington to Idaho and Montana areas as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Sunday. Alright, let's move on into the current watch and warning advisory map. You're located across the nation. Should roll out like this here, but there's not too much to talk about in that department, so it shouldn't take too long on this map here. Alright, we got some dense fog up here in portions of northern Michigan, Wisconsin, Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southeast Texas, and along the Gulf Coast and the coastal waters, also off the coast of Florida as well. Special weather statements in portion of Nebraska, Colorado, and also Wyoming. Also got some few counties here with some winter weather advisories. Same over here in areas of California. We got some dense fog advisories, winter storm warnings in the blue, wind advisories in the brown. We got smoke craft advisory, gale warning from Washington State to Southern California, also up here around the Maine coastal areas, Rhode Island, and a little bit along the South Carolina coast, Big Bend to Panhandle to southeast Louisiana coast, also around the Hawaiian Chain Island, around the Alaska region. We have some winter weather advisories in the purple. Got red is blizzard warning, and also the pink is winter storm warnings in the Alaska area. Alright, Storm Prediction Center outlook should roll out something like this here. We got a marginal and a slight risk of severe weather. Pretty much same location I showed you on the current your local forecast page. Marginal risk stretching from Midland, Texas, all the way to Fort Still, all the way down to San Antonio, Austin. Far east is New Orleans and Jackson, Mississippi. Freeport to Houston to Alexandria, Louisiana. Slight risk of severe weather. General thunderstorm from Fort Stockton to far east at Dalton, Alabama, and to north at Springfield, Missouri. Tornado probability look like this. We have 5% down in portions of Texas, Louisiana, and then 2% from central Texas all the way to southern Mississippi. Alright, damaging winds 5%, 5 and 15% in the same areas from Texas, Louisiana to Mississippi. And take a look at the large hail. Well, it's got to refresh, but we're going to take a look at the large hail. Pretty much over Texas, Oklahoma, and portions around the Shreveport, Louisiana area, just about 5%. Alright, here's your Sunday Storm Prediction Center outlook. Should roll out something like this. We got a marginal risk from New Orleans to Columbus, Georgia, to Tallahassee, Florida, to Orlando, to Tampa. General thunderstorm from Greenville, Mississippi, to Columbia, South Carolina, Wilmington, and Charleston, and Savannah regions as well. The probability looks like something like this, 5% in that general area. Alright, CIPS analog. This is what we go by here as well for severe weather. You'll probably be seeing a lot of this map here in the future. I'll be showing you where they predicted severe weather. You can see we have a 5% and 15% over Texas areas. That's pretty much starting on day 2 and then going to continue on into day 4. You can see 24 hours. This is out to 48 hours. This is within 2 days, pretty much here. Let's move over to day number 3, and pretty well lines up with what we see on Sunday from 10 and 15% from Louisiana over into Georgia and the Panhandle, Florida. That's pretty much lines up well with the Storm Prediction Center outlook there. Alright, we're going to take a look at day number 4, and it should. We got about a 10% over here, so a marginal risk may be issued for Central and South Florida with that 10% risk area. Let's take a look at day number 5. It starts all over again, and this is where they may issue a marginal and a slight risk up here in portion of Iowa to Missouri to Kansas and Nebraska region for day number 5. Here's day number 6. Moves into the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley. A little bit in Ohio, about 10%. Then over here in areas of Kentucky, Tennessee, southern Indiana, Illinois, portion of Missouri, just about 10%. So that's 10% chance of severe weather. Day number 7, pretty much builds back west. You can see it includes Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee areas. And day number 8, it kind of fades away with one little spot you can see right in Mississippi, but not much severe weather. So on day 8 shouldn't be no severe weather, pretty much by this CIPS analog here based on severe probability. Got it. So alrighty, so expect some severe weather over the next several days, ranging from a marginal to a slight risk across these areas I showed you. I would not be surprised if this map will start to get more active if we continue to roll toward the end of February and into March as the severe weather begins to ramp up across the central and eastern U.S. as the cold fronts begin to clash with the cold air and the warm air, and produces these here violent severe thunderstorms and severe weather. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Friday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.